Hello, Windybeard here. How's it going? Right. So what have I been up to? Well, so this week, RagTag was released on Wednesday. Put that out. That went pretty well, nice and smooth for release. No major issues, which is always good. That went well, as well as can be expected. It's not setting the world on fire or anything like that, but it's ticking along nicely, which is, what I expected pretty much. So yeah, that's the first thing. Nice and easy, innit? Bang, put out a game, done. On to the next. I've already started work on the next, actually. GO2, for those who played the original. There's lots to be said about that one. But with RagTag, there's been no reported bugs or anything nasty like that. Everyone seems to be enjoying it who's playing it, so that's always a bonus, isn't it? You always have that gut feeling, that dread, that people are going to hate it, or it's going to be buggy, or even if you've fixed everything and you think it's working, you never know until you put it in the hands of someone who's never played it and they break it. It's always possible, but it's not happened, so that's a great thing. That's always a win for me. Marketing wise, just been doing the usual, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, streaming as much as I can. Last week's been a bit disruptive actually with my streaming schedule. I try and stream most days if I can. My schedule says Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, but I try and sneak in a cheeky Tuesday and Thursday if I've got nothing on that's keeping me away. But that's been all up in the air pretty much because of the release. There's a lot of stuff you can't stream, lots of things that you need to sort out and boring stuff, emailing people and all that. I don't know if there's any value in that anymore, to be perfectly honest. I've spoken to quite a few developers about that, cold emailing, influencers and all this stuff, and the media. I don't know if it's even worth it, but it's one of those things, isn't it? Because if you don't do it, you're thinking to yourself, well, it doesn't hurt, does it? It doesn't hurt to do it, but it takes up time and stuff, You think to yourself, is it really worth me sending my little indie game off to PC Gamer? No, it's not. You know what I mean? If they gave a damn, they'd already be watching. But I did do a little bit of that, not much. I didn't email PC Gamer. I don't think there's no point, is there? All the big YouTubers, I'm not sending my key off to PewDiePie. You know what I mean? But I did my bit. You do as best as you can. But I should be streaming next week back to normal, hopefully. Bang on with GO2, you know what I mean? I've been doing some work on prototyping for that in off stream, just trying to figure out some complicated world building stuff, but I will be back streaming next week, hopefully, as much as I can, back to normal, back into the development cycle, get on with the next game. No one's going to make it apart from me, so here we go, round 7. I've already started thinking about, because I put out 2 games actually. I put out RagTag, and during RagTag's development I put out Puzzle Plunder, which if you don't know is a free game on Steam, and that was fun for me actually. It was like a little development sorbet, just nice, refreshing, just something small on the side when development gets a bit thick, when you're like 6 months into a big project and you want something just to whet your whistle, So I'm thinking about doing something like that, and I've got something in the pipeline, I've got something lined up, something I want to make, so that could be interesting. So we could be looking at game 7 and 8 coming up, which is those numbers are ridiculous if you ask me, but hey, that's been fun. Another bonus for me last week during the release of RagTag is I was chronically sick. Oh yes, that was fun, crawling on my hands and knees from my desk like the dog that I was, sweaty, sad and weak. I crawled all the way from my office into my bed and metaphorically wept as I slept during the day. That's not something you want on release week, I can tell you that for a fact. But it was, these things happen. I'm all right now. Do you know what I mean? Super strong now. I'll tell you one of the funny things. Well, I say funny. It's not that amusing, to be perfectly honest. Is the amount of emails I've been getting. You always get emails. You put a game out, you get emails asking for free keys, right? And you got to look at these emails. That's the thing. I've been getting 20, 30 a day, maybe more, sometimes less. And amongst maybe the 100, there's a couple of genuine requests. And this is what really gets on my nerves, because you've got to read through each one, and I have to check if each one of these is legitimate or not. You can sometimes tell because they're written ridiculously badly. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hi, developer, I really like insert game name here, that sort of ridiculous thing, instant delete. But some of them are quite crafty, these people. So you've got to be careful, and you've got to check out their stream or their YouTube channel they're linking to, see if the email addresses match up, all of this rubbish. And so many of them are fake. There's so many people out there trying to scam little developers out there, you know, people just trying to do their best and put out a game and try and earn a living, you know. It's really bad. It's really bad. And then you've got Curator Connect and all these other things where you still don't know if these people are legitimate. A lot of them are. There's some really great ones, you know, some really nice people. And it's not based on numbers either. You know, you could have a YouTuber with 200 viewers who is legitimately going to cover your game and is interested. You could have someone with 100,000 and they're not even emailing you. It's some crook who's, you know, faked their email address or something. You've got to deal with all this, and it's time wasted. You know, really irritating. And I think it affects every developer. You know, and it really is bad. It really is bad. But I suppose where there's money, there's crooks, isn't there? You know, they don't want to put out any work. You know, they don't want to work hard. They just want to try and take what little you've got. You know, disgraceful, really. But some of them are amusing, and I have been storing them up. I have been storing up the good ones, and I hope to put out a nice little post or something with a nice a nice collection of these ridiculous emails. So, some of them, I tell you, you wait. I'll put a few out soon, yeah, and you can have a laugh. But yeah, so straight on to GO2, I suppose, is the next thing. So GO2 is a sequel to my first game, GO1. No, second game actually, GO. I'm going to do a sequel to that. It's going to be a bit different. Similar premise. So some things are going to change, some things are going to stay the same, but it's going to be a lot more interesting as you dig. That's my main goal, is to really push what you can find and what you experience as you're drilling down the different effects and the different environments and stuff like that. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, and how to make that happen. I want to make the planets a lot more dynamic. So that should be a lot of fun and a good challenge for me as well. I've never done a sequel before. So for two reasons, you know, creatively it's going to be interesting to iterate off the original design and see where I can improve. I think I know where I can improve. I had some great feedback from GO1. A lot of people really loved it, and I've had some real passionate feedback about it, which has been really constructive over the years since it's been out. So I'll be taking a lot of that on board. Plus some things that I wanted to do that I never did, you know. So that's another really good thing. And also, from a business perspective, it'd be interesting to see how a sequel performs, you know, because it's obviously got people who enjoyed the first. So as long as you don't screw it up, you know, you could have people actually who are excited for it because, you know, they like the original. So I'm interested to see how that goes. And interestingly, another exciting development on GO2 is a good friend of mine, Peet Cooper from Gamers for Good, will be getting involved with GO2. He's an absolutely incredible artist, and he runs a charity called Gamers for Good, and he does a lot of video game work and puts out video games, and it's all for charity. He does a lot of charity work. So check out Gamers for Good. He's going to be doing some character art and other artwork for the game as well. Absolutely fantastic artist, puts me to shame. So if you want to check out his work, check him out. I'll put a link to the charity in the description, and you can see his work. So he'll be designing the characters and stuff. If you played GO1, there was like 100 crew members to collect and to utilise, but they won't be returning as crew members. I'm going to be doing something with pilots this time around. So watch this space and wait for some of this artwork to come in. It's going to be an absolute belter. So yeah, exciting times ahead. And I think that's it for today. I will do another one of these next week, hopefully. Update everyone as to how the week went and just my usual ramblings. And I hope you enjoy these. And if you are, make sure to give it a like and throw me a sub. And if you want to see me ramble live, then check me out on Twitch. It gets pretty chaotic in there. It's good fun. So jump in on my Twitch channel and have a laugh. And I will speak to you all soon. Much love.